Hey guys, thanks so much for checking out my show. Really appreciate it. Please click to subscribe. I'm still outside Ashlee Buzzard's house here in California. Melodee Buzzard, little 9-year-old Melodee, still missing. No one knows where she is. Her mom won't talk. And what a day it was today in court. She was charged with false imprisonment, accused of basically locking her friend inside the house and not letting him out. Well, that charge was dropped, and there is new audio from that whole interaction. It turns out Ashlee Buzzard was secretly recording the whole thing, and I have a copy of that recording, which I'm going to play for you in this episode. And then we just continue to ask the question, where is Melodee? Will she ever talk? It's raining. I'm going to go over everything that happened in court. I'm going to get in the car, give you guys the latest update in this episode of Brian Enton Investigates. All right, so I'm going to get into why the false imprisonment charge against Ashlee Buzzard was dropped in a second, and I have got all my notes here from court. We were not allowed to have a video camera in the courtroom, but we could take pictures, and obviously taking pictures, you'll see in a second, I've got still photos from cameraman Mo, who's with me, and then I was able to take notes. So I'm going to go through all my detailed notes of what happened in court, why they dropped the charges. First, let me show you some of these pictures, though. This is Ashlee Buzzard walking into court. She had the same wig on as yesterday, sort of pulled back. Again, just a very strange, bizarre vibe to her and the whole look. The makeup is really intense. You can see she's got like a lot of blush and just a ton of makeup. You can see she sat down there with her lawyer next to her. And then I had Mo look, and I was like, because I couldn't see her ankle monitor yesterday, but he was able to zoom in, and you could see she was wearing these long pants, and she had the ankle monitor on. You could see them under the pants. Granted, the ankle monitor, I assume, is now off because the charges have been dropped. So let me go through everything that was said in court. Basically, Tyler Brewer, who is the victim in the case, the guy who said that he was held against his will in Ashlee's house, testified. He was on the stand for quite a while. He said that they had a mutual friend, that him and Ashlee Buzzard met in 2014, that she was roommates with this mutual friend, and when he would visit, Ashlee was there, and over the 2 years, they ran into each other over the years. Again, this goes all the way back to 2014, so we're talking 11 years ago, that the mutual friend passed away in 2016, and that he reached out to Ashlee Buzzard again in 2025, wrote a letter to her from his office. A lot of this was kind of interesting. He's a paralegal, apparently, and wrote this letter to her after seeing media coverage involving this police investigation, and said that he could help her and help her with the situation because he's a paralegal. And she, he says, responded to him, and that is when they began speaking. She invited him to her house. He said that he first went there on November 1st and then went there at least 5 times between November 1st and November 6th. On November 6th, he says that at first she said she didn't want company, but then texted him to come over. He went over after work. She insisted on him coming in the evening, he said, and said that she told him that Ashlee told Tyler that she was concerned about the neighbors, and that she was agitated when he arrived, that the tone of her voice was different, that she had anxiety and seemed overwhelmed. And what was interesting about this hearing, by the way, is that at the very beginning, the judge made clear that no one was allowed to talk about the bigger investigation into Melodee Buzzard missing. So you could tell they were kind of skirting between the lines a lot in terms of what they were able to say in court. And Tyler was having to be careful answering the questions because a lot of his answers had to do with Melodee. Like, the reason he reconnected with Ashlee is because he said that he was trying to get information and help with this whole situation with Melodee, but he couldn't really elaborate on that during this court hearing because the judge was very clear, don't bring up anything to do with the Melodee investigation. So in a way, it was hard to kind of follow some of this and really have a fair hearing because you couldn't get the answer to a lot of these questions. But anyway, so they meet up on November 6th. He comes here to the house. He could tell that something changed with her, he said. She wanted to talk in the back of the house, not in the front of the house. because she was afraid of being photographed, and that he said that she was paranoid about people listening through the front of the house. He says that she locked both deadbolts when he came in. And this is interesting. We actually have a photo here. They showed photos in court of the door and of the deadbolts. And so there are 4 locks apparently. And they went to the back of the house and talked about why she was concerned about the house being bugged. And what's interesting, and this was so interesting, is that it turns out Ashlee Buzzard was recording this conversation. And I'm going to play it for you in a second. She was recording her conversation with Tyler on her cell phone secretly. And after her arrest, when police got her phone, they found this recording, and they actually played this recording in court where you can hear this whole conversation. And I'm going to play it for you now. It's about 3 minutes long, and it looks like, based on kind of the view from the phone, that maybe Ashlee like put the phone on a table or something. But listen, this is the meeting in their house that is the whole subject of this false imprisonment charge. Listen to it.
And I can't trust you when you're lying. You're flat out lying. You're a really good liar. Like, Tyler. Tyler.
I'm definitely not
Tyler,
trying to
be quiet and listen, please. Look at me. Like, I'm an intelligent woman. I'm 40 years old. You deal with legal stuff. Like, who are you kidding? Tyler.
I can only tell you my perspective.
Listen, I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
I understand.
And you need a reality check. If this is on media news, like news talk shows, they're going to be seeing you, they're going to be interested in you. You have to understand that I'm aware, whether you want to admit it or not, you want the attention.
I don't want the attention.
There is absolutely no way in hell that you are not bipolar or have an extreme issue if you don't realize what you're doing is false advertisement, and there are real legal ramifications. I don't know how you honestly are not worried about being put in jail.
I would like to leave at this moment.
Since you're leaving in an uncomfortable way, I want the keys to my house.
Yeah, they're right there.
And the storage.
They're right there.
Nobody else has keys, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. No one else has keys.
Tyler, genuinely, if you've been here, genuinely to help, I appreciate it. The lies are a lot. And especially if you are genuine and trying to help in your own way, you should be very concerned if they recognize you, because anyone else, like running for district, it doesn't add up. I'm not threatening you, but I'm saying, like, I'm not threatening you at all. I'm trying to help as a friend because I feel like it has to be bipolar or something. But I don't think you're grasping the level of online things that don't make sense.
No, I understand where you're coming from, but at this moment I would like to leave. And I'm more than receptive if you want to call or text me.
How do I send you the money of the receipts for the copies?
I'm not concerned about any of that. But I'm still very receptive. Should you want to call me or text me, but I've done nothing intentionally to be deceitful.
So that's the recording of this conversation between Ashlee and Tyler, or at least part of it. Back to my notes from court in terms of what he said. He said they went back to the back of the house, sat on a blue couch, that there was a box cutter on a dinner tray close to her, and that he said, quote, "I felt she was very confrontational and agitated and hostile. She thought that he was undercover, trying to get information out of her." And what was kind of unclear throughout the entire hearing is whether Tyler was sort of working for the police. He never said that outright, that he was an informant, but he seemed to know that there was a detective outside. And, you know, he immediately went to that detective when he got out of the house. So it was interesting. Said that she said something about the daughter, and it appeared she said something on the 6th that she regretted and freaked out. And they asked, would it surprise you that those facts did not come up in a recording? I told her I was uncomfortable. I was ready to leave. He kept saying, I told her I was ready to leave, told her at least twice, said he was asking for about half an hour to leave. So he portrayed the conversation as half an hour, but the recording was much shorter, which is something the defense brought up later. And he just said, look, I had a lot of anxiety. It felt like forever. She said I could not leave, he said. But when he got up and tried to leave, she stood in front of him. I felt like I was not able to leave, he said. I don't recall if she had anything in her hand when they were asking about the box cutter. At the front door, she opened the door, but then she shut it again and she locked all of the locks. And she stood at the door for 5 minutes and she locked all 4 locks. He said he kept saying he was ready to leave. She said over and over again that she wasn't threatening him, which I don't know if she was kind of putting on a show because she knew she was recording. Her demeanor and the box cutter and standing in front of him and locking the locks, it all made him scared, he said. And that when he finally did leave, he texted a detective and was told that someone was outside the property, said that he was shaking, that he had to pull over because he was so nervous, and that, you know, he really felt like she kept him there against his will, that he was crying, and basically, you know, that he wanted to press these charges, apparently. The defense then started questioning Tyler, and basically was asking about whether he was cooperating with law enforcement. And what was interesting about the defense questioning of Tyler is they really zeroed in on him being a paralegal and the fact that they were trying to insinuate that Tyler was giving Ashlee legal advice and that Tyler had recommended attorneys to Ashlee, and just sort of how bizarre that was, that he was trying to help her with legal advice, but at the same time also helping the police, it seems like, which was kind of strange to hear both sides of that. She said that he says that she scooted towards the box cutter at one point, but did not reach for it. Then there was also a detective that took the stand, said that he did not send Tyler to go to the house. So the big question of, was Tyler an informant? He said he did not send Tyler to go there, and that, again, they downloaded her phones, and that they were doing constant surveillance on Ashlee's home. So in the end, this hearing went on for several hours. It actually took longer than I expected. The judge made the ruling that this false imprisonment charge was going to be dropped, which did not really surprise me based on everything I heard, because I don't think that the prosecution, first of all, the prosecution didn't seem like they were fighting that hard to make the case, but I don't think they really made the case that Tyler was fully kept there against his will. And there was just no concrete evidence of that besides him saying he felt that way. And there didn't seem to really be any concrete evidence either that she was actually going to use the box cutter as a weapon. So in the end, the judge said it didn't meet all the different parameters of that charge, the felony false imprisonment charge, and he decided to drop the charge. Is it possible that the prosecution knew that this was a bad charge and that they were only doing this and making the arrest because they wanted to get into the house that weekend and get Melanie behind bars for a couple of days? It seems like it's possible because, again, they didn't seem to fight that. I didn't get the sense that they were fighting that hard in this hearing today. So at the end, the charge was dropped, and there's no more criminal charge against Melodee right now. The ankle monitor presumably taken off. I was waiting outside with Mo to see if Melodee was going to come out the front again, and they actually took her out a different exit, so we weren't able to see Melodee when she left today. But we were able to talk to, I'm sorry, not Melodee, Ashlee, the mom. I keep saying Melodee, but Ashlee, the mom. We weren't able to see her when she left today. We were able to talk to Melodee's grandmother, Melodee's father's mother, who was at the hearing and was frustrated. It's just frustrated by this whole thing. She keeps saying, I don't understand why they can't make Ashlee say where Melodee is. So anyway, her name's Lily, the grandma. This is what she had to say. What was Ashlee like before all this? Like when she was married to your son? She different?
They never got married. They had a little baby, and my son passed away in a motorcycle accident when Ashlee was 6 months. So I really didn't know her that much. But she was a good lady. I mean, real quiet. That's all I can tell you.
Does she seem a lot different now?
Yeah. I would not have recognized her in the street, I don't think. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. People change.
Did she wear the wigs back then?
No, she had beautiful long hair, never wigs. Now she's wearing a lot of wigs. I don't know what that came from. I don't know. But
What about the makeup?
never wear that kind of makeup before. She had, I don't know, kind of like more than usual that she ever wore.
What do you make of the wigs and makeup? Like, I mean, you since you knew her back then.
I don't know if she's trying to change her personality or, I don't know, changing license plates, I heard, and I don't know what that comes from.
Is there any reason that you know of that she would take Melodee out of state all the way to?
No, I didn't even knew she had family in Nebraska.
Melodee.
So
Yeah, I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna go look everywhere where I think she could have.
I know that
because
it must be
it's
so
confirmed.
frustrating for you the fact that she has not been cooperating
did
with
something to
police.
So
yes,
I'm gonna go to
we're
all the
very
places where I think
frustrated,
they
very
would-
mad, very angry.
she would
So
look at
I
names,
don't know.
I'm gonna go look for her.
I don't know.
And me
So
and
I'm
with
really sorry.
12
That's
other
all I
people.
can tell you guys.
Because we're gonna find the
Okay?
As a grandma, what are you feeling right now, though?
I'm feeling really sad. I mean, we're all crying. I haven't been able to sleep in 43 days. But I go to work and I do my job and I come home and I eat and walk my dog and always thinking about my grandbaby.
Do you have
So.
a message to Ashlee? Should she be watching this?
Yeah, please let us know where the baby's at. Say something. Is she okay? Where is she? So that's all I can tell you guys. Thank you.
So I obviously felt for Lily. I mean, she's been going to some of these court hearings, and this has just been really. She said you heard her. She said she thinks about it all the time, nonstop, about what happened to Melodee, and it is just kind of weird now that we're back at this point where we don't know what happened to Melodee. The charges against Ashlee were dropped. She's still held up in the house right now outside where we're sitting, and we don't really know what's going to happen next. In terms of her just bizarre appearance and the wigs and the way things have, like we've seen her appearance change over time, I was thinking back to this video that actually Ashlee's mom sent to us of years ago, her with Melodee, interacting together, and Ashlee looks really, really different in the video. And it's also just interesting to kind of zero in on her interactions with Melodee in light of where everything is now. So I wanted to play this video again for you guys.
Good job. Take the scoop out and show her.
Gross. Oh my god.
It's pumpkin good.
Oh, pumpkin good. God, show grandma.
You're showing her when you're scooping it out.
Gross. Ew. Ew. Ah! That's so gross. You're a pumpkin serial killer. I'm not a pumpkin killer.
You're a pumpkin killer?
No.
No? What are you?
I'm
Pumpkin
just a
scooper duper?
Yeah. Silly.
Silly. Ew, gross. Let's see it.
Oh! Oh! That's just a gut, silly.
That's just the guts.
Look at it. Look at it.
Look at that. Oh my god.
Whoa. Hey, watch this, guys.
Here, let me see a picture of you. Look at me. Look at mommy. It's in there.
Cheese.
We should have took all those to the park for Look at the the teeth. squirrels. Say cheese
Cheese.
to mommy.
So obviously at the end of the day, everybody's just hoping that Melodee is okay. We don't know where she is. We don't know how this investigation is going to continue. We don't know what's happening behind the scenes with the FBI. But we'll stay on it. That was the latest today from court. Appreciate everybody following. I'm going to leave California, go back home. But if something develops, we'll come back and we'll stay on it. And again, everybody's just hoping that Melodee is somewhere safe. But we'll have to wait and see. All right. See you guys.